Greetings and welcome to another Diablo 4 video. Today we're looking at the current state of the Incinerate Sorc on the Eternal Realm. And as you can see, we are in Pit 55, which is what you need to do when you want to join Torment 4. And we are doing just fine in terms of damage output and survivability. But it comes with the caveat that we are actually using 2 mythic uniques. So while this is easy breezy, using 2 mythic uniques is not really what you want to be needing to enter Torment 4. And of course we can push higher. As you can see, we have like a really easy time. But the problem with this build is still that it is pretty slow. As you saw, we are moving around pretty slowly. We can teleport every now and then, but other than that, there is no real moving, real teleporting, real jumping. Like other builds do this stuff faster, and then when we're attacking, we need to stand still. But that being said, this is still a great build, and it is still Torment 4 viable, and you can use it in any content, and that is good news. As you can see, 2 purples right here, Halking Crest and Shroud of False Death, but you can also use Godslayer's Crown. I actually have one that is better masterworked. Like this one has also 20% cooldown reduction, so it's like kind of equivalent to Halking's Crest, not that far off. It gives you 48% or up to 60% increased damage, at least for 3 seconds. Also pulls in all the enemies. I actually really like this. And then we also can substitute our Shroud of False Death, for example, with a Soul Brand like this one, giving us a huge damage reduction. Take a defensive option, or if you have it, you can also use Neyrelle's Might, which, although it's another purple item. Where did I put my Shroud? Shroud. Here. But you can actually use these 2 as well and just remove the sockets. And I'm actually using the Vat rune here with the Knock rune. And as the other rune word, I'm using Soul Cry to give me a little bit of pulling in. So just to go quickly over the build, again, Godslayer's Crown, Soul Brand, and we have Conflagration, we have Orange Herald right here, we have Concussive Strikes, we have Overheating, Flamethrowers, and then Engulfing Flames, as well as Talasha's Loop. Everything boosts our Incinerate damage, so that's pretty nice. As well as, it's just a standard Incinerate build. Just what I showed a couple of seasons ago. It's actually the same character, but I just wanted to show after some seasons what happened with all these patches and how does it perform. As you can see, for at least the Torment 4 difficulty, you don't really need the mythic uniques, and this works just fine. I don't even have like masterwork gear. Some of that is not masterworked, and some of it is a little bit masterworked, but it's not really ideal at all. So that is really good news. And then for the skill tree, I can quickly go over it. Firebolt, just to have 2 points right here. Then we have Incinerate with Destructive Incinerate, as well as Elemental Dominance for more damage. Then all defensive skills, Flame Shield, Teleport, Ice Armor, and Frost Nova, as well as Mystical Flame Shield, Shimmering Teleport, Mystical Ice Armor, and Mystical Frost Nova. Using all of them, and then we have Align Elements with Protection. We got like some Mana Shield right here, and Precision Magic, more lucky hit chance to be able to proc Fireball, which is one of our enchantments, giving us more burning damage. We have Crippling Flames and Inner Flames for more damage, as well as Inferno and Endless Pyre, Fury Surge, Soulfire, all these good passives. We actually could have more ranks to Inferno if we wanted. For example, we can opt out of some of this stuff probably haven't really given it much thought for now because I actually just used what I had, and back then there was only one rank of ultimates actually. And then for the Paragons, it's actually also untouched. We have the control glyph and then the fundamental release legendary node as well as the torch glyph. Then we have the burning instinct. I need to not die here. As well as where we were, burning instinct with the tactician. Makes sense, we're using a lot of defensive skills. Then we got the frigid fate together with unleash. And then lastly, Enchantment Master, which was really buffed over the last patches, together with Pyromaniac. So if you look at our enchantments right here, got Fireball Enchantment and also Incinerate Enchantment. You could also use like Fireball Enchantment for like a lot of, you know, trash mobs, but it's not good against the boss itself. And then for Mercenaries, Subu makes sense because with Molotov we get increased damage over time, and then also another chance of a Molotov. And then I got Variana to give me a little bit of more crowd control with knocking down enemies. And yeah, that's basically it. So I can still recommend this build. It's even stronger in seasonal content, of course, and I have a video about that up. You can also check that out. I just want to go back and see in the Eternal Realm how does the Incinerate Sorc, which is like one of my favorite builds, fares. Like, does it still hold up or not? And I think it holds up pretty well, even though the gear right here that I'm rocking is not ideal. And yeah, if you want to check that build out, then maybe give it a try. It is definitely a really good leveling build, so you can also use that like to level up to 60 and then, you know, farm some Paragon levels, farm some gear. It's a good boss killer, and yeah, and then you go from there, because there is definitely stronger endgame builds. What I'm curious about is the upcoming patch. It is a seasonal patch, but it will also affect the Eternal Realm. It will reduce the combustion damage that we get. Right now we are getting 1400 damage increase, but they will nerf it pretty hard for the sorcerer actually, so that it will not give the 60% flat increase damage, it will only give 50, and then 20% of our burning damage will be added to that, and only up to 100%. So we are losing 14x of our damage, which is really bad, or more like 1300 multiplicative damage. Just think about that, we're losing a lot. They are buffing Incinerate by a little bit, like, you know, giving it like 40% more base damage, but I don't think it will make up for that. So I'll be curious what happens to Incinerate in the next patch. So if you're also curious, then stay tuned and I will check it out and make a video about that, and then you can check it out. If you have other ideas about this build, or maybe how to save it for next season, giving some feedback in the upcoming PDR, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck, have fun, and goodbye.